could try any harder. You're ready to give up, but you've come so far, and somehow you find a reason to pull yourself together. The consequences of giving up now just wouldn't be worth it. The struggle that college students face before finals is the same trial that General Douglas MacArthur attempted to overcome in his address to future soldiers: how to stay motivated when success seems impossible. Through duty, honor, country, MacArthur inspires soldiers who are training to serve America to embody in their lives those exact 3 words, which he views as hallowed. And through those words, to always keep the faith and remain courageous. With his speech, MacArthur aimed to inspire and motivate his audience. To do so, he used his past as a soldier to personally identify with those he addressed. Once he had made this connection, it allowed him to encourage his cadets to conduct their fights with courage, honor, and dignity. He rallies them to stay motivated, even though the mission of an American soldier will never truly end. MacArthur then explains how the West Point motto, which his speech focuses on, consists of values that will never cease to be important in the life of every American, soldier or otherwise.
As a successful retiring soldier, MacArthur was able to use his personal experiences in order to gain trust and attention from the cadets. In order for MacArthur to truly succeed, he used a task. He truly succeeded at his task. He used sensory visuals. These tactics allowed for all of the cadets to put themselves in his shoes and connect with his personal life. According to Paul Pemberton, a professor at University of Northwestern, MacArthur used these tactics to relate to the audience. Phrases like the crash of guns, rattle of musketry, and mournful mutter of the battlefield allows for the audience to feel and hear the experiences that MacArthur felt. Thus, a personal connection that is made between the cadets and MacArthur allows them to look up to him as a hero and inspiration. In this visual, MacArthur, you can see that the cadets look up to MacArthur because they trust in his judgment and commands. He's not only a leader, but also someone who has tons of experiences through difficulties in wars such as the Korean War, World War II, and especially his heroic triumph against Japan. This picture shows MacArthur walking with his shoulders held high and a serious game face, which gives some sort of aura of self-determination and presents his cadets with confidence and honor. He's not just preaching about things he didn't know. He's not a hypocrite. He has countless amounts of combat and war experiences, through which he learned to be his best self and best soldier. After connecting with his audience through his speech, he encouraged the cadets to maintain their will to face war bravely, even though some troops may barely have the will or faith to fight at all. He personifies unbelievers who mock this phrase as simply words and not meaning. He uses this ridicule again to explain his perception of the words and how they should dictate a soldier's life. He supplements this with a list of all the positive things he believes the phrase can do for a cadet, such as building character, strength, and courage. Kim Keating, a writer for Huffington Post, demonstrates this idea by stating that fear is not a secret, because everyone has fear. However, we should turn this fear into an asset instead, rather than hindrance. Furthermore, Bill Treasurer, a speaker, notes that courage directly leads to leadership. By presenting this unknown third party who will do everything that put a soldier down, MacArthur gives the cadet a reason to fight, to prove them wrong, thus allowing the audience to preserve past their fears and become the leaders that MacArthur believes that every soldier can be.
In 1962, the United States military draft was continued. This was because of the ongoing wars and the Cuban Missile Crisis. Therefore, many of these young men were left feeling hopeless and like their future didn't count. And they were going to fight in a war they didn't feel like they deserved to fight in. While many of these men learned to sacrifice for their country, they were left with a low morale because of this harsh new reality they had to face of fighting. Because of this, MacArthur used his persuasion effectively to ensure the audience would be able to understand his words. In a story from Richard Johnson, who was an enlistee in 1962, he explained some of the fears that these soldiers felt. One of the fears was being recycled, which is basically going through boot camp again and again and never making it to the battlefield. However, those soldiers who did make it to the battlefield felt like they weren't prepared or they were trapped in a corner of fear. This corner of fear led MacArthur to realize that he had to use his words to supply bravery and different things like that. Finally, MacArthur uses the West Point motto, duty, honor, country, to portray the illustration of the qualities of American soldiers must have. MacArthur repeats this phrase, duty, honor, country, 7 times throughout his speech. This repetition allows for the audience to realize that this is not just a phrase, but rather a way of life. According to Webel and Dowes, which are authors, repetition is very important to human nature, not only because repetition allows us to create new tendencies, and MacArthur realized this, and in doing so, he wrote his speech with repetition in mind. This repetition allowed that if nothing else was taken away from the speech other than the 3 words, these 3 words would be able to, the cadets would be able to apply to their lives and create the soldiers that America needed at this time. Furthermore, MacArthur lists the traits of an ideal soldier who lives by the 3 words again, duty, honor, country. After explaining the compassion, wisdom, strengths, and so many other qualities that make up a soldier, he uses a set of rhetorical questions. Some of these questions include, are you a brave soldier? Are you a reliable soldier? And the whole time he's implying to the set of commanders that in order for these soldiers to embody these traits that they've learned, duty, honor, and country, the commanders themselves have to embody it and release it onto these cadets. By presenting these traits, Gideon Burden exemplifies the importance of rhetorical questions. He says that these rhetorical questions are important because they allow the audience to come in and understand the speech, and the importance of the speech is furthered on. Both qualities allow for MacArthur's points to be further pounded into the cadets' minds.
With these traits, those cadets have the potential to become great soldiers, and any person can use these words in their everyday lives. We may not be soldiers on the front lines, but we face our own battles every day, and the ideas that MacArthur presses upon these cadets can lead us to success. Remaining true to duty, honor, country provides us a map to stay strong through any hardship and remember our mission in life, whether it be personal or militant. This speech can stand in controversy as a reminder of the hardships of an American soldier. We do not perform their duty. We cannot fathom their honor, but united with them, we share this country.